Good late afternoon. It's April 25, 2024, and it's a Thursday. Here in Sherbrooke, it's 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. I apologize once again for such a late weather report. I started it earlier, but I was having issues with my phone. Kept running out of space despite deleting a ton of stuff. It turns out that my phone would just archive it instead of deleting it, even though I explicitly asked for it to be deleted, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy being on a PC computer a lot more than a phone, because I just feel like things transpire in a much more intuitive way, if that makes sense. Here in Sherbrooke, it's 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun rose, and I know this already, because I was doing the weather report earlier, and after 6 minutes, it just stopped recording because I ran out of space. This is the second time that happens this week. So the sun rose at 5:44 a.m. and set at 7:47 p.m. So I believe it rose earlier than yesterday. But what I do know is that yesterday was exactly 14 hours of sunlight, and today it's 14 hours and 3 minutes of sunlight. So the days are getting longer, which is nice and encouraging, because I woke up way too late today. I woke up at 2 p.m. and got out of bed at 2:15 p.m. Not good. I feel like I wasted the entire day. I had set my alarm for 12 p.m. because I wanted to wake up earlier than yesterday. But I received a phone call at 11 a.m. from the director of a dance company, and she needed somebody for last minute to do some stuff on a performance on Sunday morning, which I was glad to take this contract. It's probably not going to be much money, but it's going to be some money, and I need that money. So I was glad for that. However, I think I was woken up from a deep sleep or something, because I was very tired, and then I snoozed until 2 p.m. Actually, I went back to sleep until 12, and then I snoozed until 2 p.m., which I feel ashamed about. I don't think it was a smart decision. And then I had to make food. I bought this meat that I needed to cook and make a spaghetti sauce, which is cooking right now. It took a bit of time. So today I am thinking, speaking about phones, I use Facebook more than other social media platforms. One of the reasons is because for some reason people here still use Facebook Messenger a lot here in Sherbrooke. I think are more active on Facebook in general, at least people from my age group, than they are. I mean, I know young people are not on Facebook at all, or on TikTok and Instagram, but even people of my age group, I think in other places in America, don't use Facebook as much. But here in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada, people use Facebook. But also, I really often do not like operating my phone too much. I much prefer being on my PC computer. I find it a lot easier to navigate and a much more pleasant experience. So anyway, today I received a notification from Facebook about the neighbors bedinging and bedanging a lot. Anyway, I received a notification about memories. They'll just bring back posts from the past from the same date, and I realized that 9 years ago today, I played a show at the Bonobo Bar in Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada, that no longer exists. I'm gonna go stir my tomato sauce. And so, the Bonobo Bar was a relatively short-lived bar. It was only around for a couple of years. It's on Wellington South. I think the building of the Bonobo Bar. It's my tomato sauce. It's not going to be very good. I'm not a very good cook, and I haven't been eating very well recently because I haven't been cooking enough. So it's very difficult for me to motivate myself to cook. I don't like cooking, and I'm not very good at it. And in the past, when I have motivated myself to do it, and spend more effort doing it, it made me happier. Just a habit. It's difficult to adopt. So, Bonobo Bar. Yeah, it was attached to a hostel. I didn't go there often. I did see a funny, look at the fucking mess. I gotta clean up. My friends in Mojo Wizard played a Mojo Wizard show there with their. So the Bonobo Bar had forgotten to pay, or had not been able to pay their electrical bill. And so they were running this entire show off of one generator, which is not a good idea, and a whole bar off of one generator. And yeah, the generator got overloaded during their set, I think a couple times. Anyway, I don't know if this is corny to do, but I am going to talk about one of my own songs. I try to talk about, actually, I've exclusively talked about other people's music, and I don't want this to become like a vehicle of self-promotion, although I will talk about my music when I release new music, because that's important to me, and it's an important part of my life, and I want to talk about it. And also, I will be uploading my music to this channel, because I have in the past, and that's what this channel started off as, before I started doing the weather reports. I don't know, I think it is relevant. Anyway, I just talk about this, since the song was released 9 years and plus 2 days ago, and I'd totally forgotten about that it was released 2 days before the show, and it was actually written specifically for this show, which was, the second time that I performed live, playing my own songs, playing alone. So the song is called Lies by Permadeath, which is what the project Daniel Cowman was called before, which, by the way, if you didn't know, my name is not Daniel Cowman. That is actually the name of a Regina Spektor song. And so the project used to be called Permadeath, but I got sort of tired of seeing other artists using the name Permadeath without asking for permission, and then uploading to a bunch of different places, and I just didn't want to have to deal with the fact that likely, because it's a cool name, other people would use it, and I would have to try to fight them on it or deal with the fact. Anyway, I decided I'm just going to stop using Permadeath. I wanted to use Good Intentions Paving Company as a reference to, of course, the Joanna Newsom song, but also Magnolia Electric Company, but some dad somewhere in the U.S. used it for his project. So I didn't use it. But anyway, nobody had used Daniel Cowman, and so I think I'm established enough as Daniel Cowman at this point for it not to be an issue. However, I'm sort of worried, since my music is no longer on streaming platforms, because I can't afford to pay for it, because I don't make any fucking money off of streaming, because nobody does, or at least doesn't make enough money. I made, I think, less than $10 over the past couple of years off of streaming, and I've made a couple hundred off of Bandcamp. And I do of course I do zero promotion of my music. Anyway, so the song is called Lies. It's about alien abduction, metaphorically, but also literally. And this show was the Cabaret Shazam Burlesque dans l'espace, which means burlesque in space. It was on April 25th, 2015 at 8 p.m. at the Bonobo Bar. So it was with Elena Lovecakes and Bella Bearcat from Capital T's Burlesque. So this was a burlesque show with music in between. Did a bit of sort of weird ambient stuff. And then I did a few songs, 2 of which were composed for that. There was a song called The Elegy for My Terrestrial Body. It's not a very good song, but there was that. I did a cover of The Thing by the Pixies, which I believe I've talked about on this channel before, in these weather reports before. And there was The Appealers with their psychedelic space burlesque. Permadeath, that was me. There was an a cappella choir and DJ Meta Knight from Digital Station. 31 people said that they were going to go on the event, and 21 were interested. So yeah, the first show that I played was at the Bonobo Bar earlier that year at the the Shazam Fest Battle of the Bands. Um, and so yeah, I played, I believe, Alcohol and Drugs, which was never officially recorded. Waves and Radiation, and in between those two, I believe I played Good News on acoustic guitar. Um, and I went into the crowd and got very confrontational and yelly, as I have done a lot in the past in live performances. And I ended up cutting myself on a guitar string, so I was bleeding everywhere. It was really fun, and it impressed the. I did not win. I think Mojo Wizard won, which is cool. Um, so yeah, I did not win, but I impressed the organizers enough that they booked me for this cabaret not long after. And I've played the Shazam Fest on a few different occasions and different projects. Um, so this song, was composed for this event. I believe I've only played it once. I might have played it. Oh, wait. I might have played it at Halloween that year. Yeah, okay. I played it twice. I played it for the first time on April 25th. I played it on October 31st, 2015. Which was my first time playing at Morton Law. And it was this Halloween show. It was like my coworker, who was an organizer for Swing Sherbrooke, which is a swing dancing group. I gave like classes, and I did like swing dancing events. And he said like, "Hey, I heard you make weird music and have weird shows." And I said, "Yes, that is the case." And he said, "Well, do you want to play a gig at La Petite Boîte Noire for a Halloween party?" And I said, "Sure." So it was Mary and the Moonshiners, which was they do like covers of like Elvis and like 50s and 60s rock and roll and rockabilly. So then it was then me playing alone, and I projected the first 30 minutes of Enter the Void when he smokes DMT. It's basically from the beginning, and then his DMT trip in his apartment, and then going to the bar, and then getting shot. Spoilers, but it's the first 30 minutes of like a 3-hour-long movie. 30 minutes of a 3-hour-long movie. Yeah, and then I had this whole thing where like my friend Christelle would pretend to fuck with my stuff, and I'd get mad at her and push her, and then she'd pretend to stab me, and I made this fake blood out of corn syrup and hibiscus for the red dye. And it's up on my Bandcamp as a Halloween interrupting swing dance event, as a live recording of a tape of that. Anyway, so yeah, the song's only been performed twice, and I re-listened to it today, and it's got potential. It's not great. I feel sort of embarrassed because it lacks a lot of the things that I've learned how to do over the years, but I think it's got potential, and I might bring it back, figure out how to get a more like full band version of this. I think the lyrics are all right. Some of them are a little corny, but that's okay. And yeah, so although I feel a little weird talking about my own music in this way, I don't think I should feel weird, and I think it's okay. I think it's appropriate, and I'm going to share it. You can download it for free if you want to download it. It's on this old account that I no longer have access to, but has a lot of old music. Way back. Way back to 2011. Got some good music, a lot of not so great music that I've done, but also some music that other people have done. I'll have to get into all that old stuff those days later. I'm just looking back at this page, it's making me feel quite nostalgic. Okay, I need to leave at 6. Okay. Later today. It's sort of cold today. It's just going to keep getting colder. until it bottoms out at negative 1 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be freezing again tonight. Negative 1 degrees Celsius is 31 degrees Fahrenheit, with a real feel registered trademark of negative 2 degrees Celsius, 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, thank you again, everyone, for your comments. I've not replied to all the comments yet. I've not taken the time. These comments are so sincere and detailed and interesting, and I want to take the time to be able to reply well to them. So I will take the time. I've not forgotten. I've read all the comments, but I will be replying. I need to go mix this sauce again. It's sunny. There's barely a cloud in the sky. I'm probably not going to leave and go outside before 6 p.m. until I have to leave to go play Magic the Gathering. I'm excited to go play. And thank you again. And enjoy these beautiful blue skies and this golden sunshine all along the way. Everyone, have a great rest of your day. I'm going to try to wake up earlier tomorrow. I'm going to do it.